Hello, lovely people. My name is Roel. I am a health and nutrition coach and a diabetes practitioner. And I post these videos regularly just to inspire people to be as healthy as they can be. And today I want to talk about why you might find it really difficult to resist junk food. And you may be surprised to hear that it's not actually often nothing to do with your willpower. A lot of people think that they're weak and that's why they can't stop eating that stuff, but there's actually a lot more to it, a lot more science behind it. So I will talk a little bit about that, and hopefully knowing a little bit more about it can help you to avoid eating a lot of junk food, because obviously it's not great for your health and it's not going to make you feel good in the long run. So if you ever wonder why it's so hard to say no to unhealthy snacks, you're definitely not alone. Most of us struggle with junk food cravings, and it's all around us, this junk food, of course. But it's not just about willpower and discipline. Like I said, there's actually really fascinating science behind why junk food has this almost magnetic pull on us, especially as we get a little bit older. First things first, if you've ever felt like you don't have enough willpower, please toss that thought right out the window. It's not your fault that junk food feels irresistible. The foods we're talking about, crisps, biscuits, highly processed snacks, they are literally designed to make you want more. And I'm sure some people's job is to make these foods as palatable as possible, so we want more of it. These foods are literally engineered to hit all the right spots in your brain. They're high in sugar, refined carbohydrates, unhealthy fats, and they are designed to make us feel good for a little while, and then they keep us coming back for more. Now, let's talk a little bit about the biochemistry, and I know that sounds complicated, but bear with me. Our bodies are actually hardwired to crave energy-dense foods. A long time ago, say about 300,000 years ago, when food was scarce, getting a load of calories in one meal could mean the difference between surviving or starving. And now, of course, that's not an issue in our modern day society. We have plenty of food, most people do, but our bodies haven't caught up. We're still hardwired to seek out the calories. And when you eat food with lots of sugar and refined carbs, like biscuits and cake and soft drinks, then that will lead to a surge, a spike in your blood glucose levels. And then you get rewarded with a little burst of energy. And that's quite nice for a little while at least. But there's a catch. And that is that what goes up must come down. And when it comes to these glucose spikes, they come down quite dramatically. And that drop in blood glucose can make you quite tired and irritable. And guess what? It can make you hungry again. And so this already starts to explain why you then want to eat more. It's a cycle. It's like a blood glucose roller coaster. You crave the next high, so you reach for more snacks, sugary drinks, processed foods. It's not about self-control. It's a biological response to keep your blood glucose stable. And unfortunately, this back and forth mess, it interferes with your metabolism, and especially as we get older. Now, there's another layer, and that is dopamine. You might have heard of it. It's a feel-good chemical, and when you eat junk food, this triggers a release of dopamine in your body, and that gives you instant feeling of satisfaction. So that's why we like eating these foods, because we get that dopamine kick. But over time, your brain adjusts, and it needs more and more junk food to get the same feel-good hit of dopamine. It's like an addiction. It is really like a real addiction. You keep eating junk food, not because you're weak or you have no willpower. It's because your brain has actually been trained to crave it. It's like the junk food has hacked into your reward system. Now, let's talk about strange ingredients. So when I say strange, I mean unreal food ingredients. on the label of products that you may be eating that you probably can't even pronounce, and they could be artificial flavors, colors, preservatives, and or other additives. These ingredients aren't just there to make food last longer, they're also there to make them taste stronger, feel creamier, and smell irresistible. And therefore, it makes it more palatable. And so these hyper palatable ingredients in the food, they can actually mess with your body's natural cues, like the ability to tell you when you're full, when you've had enough to eat. Your body doesn't recognize these highly processed foods in the same way as it would, say, an apple or broccoli or fish. So your brain doesn't get the I'm satisfied message, and you will just keep on eating. So what does this all mean for your health, especially if you're getting a bit older and maybe you're starting to notice changes in your energy or in your weight, or you've been told that your blood glucose levels are too high? Our bodies can become less efficient at managing blood glucose, insulin, and metabolism over time. And if we're constantly bombarding our system with processed food, then that can make things even harder. I'm not saying it's a good thing to do when you're young, but it becomes even more of a problem as we get older. And also it's a cumulative effect, so often it takes a while for things to get really bad. So this constant cycle of these blood glucose highs and lows can lead to, over time, to what's called insulin resistance, where your cells are not listening to the insulin anymore, they don't take the glucose out of your blood, and now you're on your way to type 2 diabetes. So it also, of course, leads to weight gain, fatigue, and lots of other metabolic issues. Now, there is good news, you'll be pleased to hear. You can get off that junk food roller coaster if you want. So, as I always say, you have a lot of power to take charge and take control of your health. You could teach your body to crave healthier foods and regulate your energy more naturally, opposed to with these massive glucose spikes. It starts with little changes, I think, for most people. There's only a very small amount of people who can drastically change everything and go to a completely healthy diet from one day to the next. But start by just eating real food and stick with a real nutrient-dense food. Add a bit more fiber to your diet, a bit more protein to your diet, finding whole foods that you enjoy, and work on quality sleep as well, because that's important too. And it doesn't mean that you have to give up all treats altogether, because in a healthy, balanced diet, there is room to have occasional treats and enjoy them. But when you learn how your body reacts to certain foods, then you gain more control over those cravings. And so the next time you're craving something unhealthy, remember that it's not just a matter of willpower. There's a whole science behind why junk food feels so irresistible. But if you understand that, then I think it can help you to start make choices that really support your body and therefore your mind as well. Sometimes it's helpful to also remember that cravings come in waves. So when you crave a certain food, and maybe you recognize this, to start with, you just wanted a little bit, and then the feeling gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger until you nearly would go out to buy it if you didn't have it in the house. But if you can resist the temptation, then you'll find that after a while the craving is reduced. And if you know that, then you can already anticipate that, and you can imagine yourself riding the wave and see if you can make it over the top, distract yourself, have a glass of water, have a healthy snack, do something else, and then ask yourself 20 minutes later, do I still really want this junk food? And you may find that the urge is gone, at least to a large extent. And once you know this, then you can get better at it, and the cravings will be reduced as well the more you're able to do this. So I hope you find that useful, and remember, it's not your fault, but it is in your power to change, and that's always my message. So remember, there's so much you can do to improve your health, and if you need any help, I'm doing a free webinar on Wednesday the 30th this week, and I'll do them regularly. So if you miss this one, then there will be other ones, and this one is titled "How to Optimize Your Human Experience," and it's very much about how you can live a lifestyle that supports you to thrive as a human being and feel happy and healthy. And feel free to register for that. I'll leave the link down below this video, and don't forget to set yourself a little goal for this week. Once a week I set myself one little actionable goal for the following week, and if you do that every week, then you're going to make a big difference to the way that you feel and to your health. Keep it very realistic. Make sure that it's something that you can easily do, and don't skip it, because you want to keep that consistency. You can always adjust your goal to the type of week that you've got coming up, and if you need any help with that, I'm always happy to have a chat. Thank you for watching, and I realise there's a massive glare of the light in my glasses. I should probably not wear the glasses, but I'm blind as a bat. Also, there's only a handful of people watching these videos, so I don't know why I'm so worried. Anyway, if you did like this video, then like and subscribe, as the YouTubers say, because I would like it if my channel was growing. And I'd love to see you again next week. Have a wonderful week. Take care. Bye.